Hi, I am Sahil Khan from serverfather.com, and today we can see how to install GNU Panel. So here we are using a Debian operating system, and first we will update our VPS server. After updated your VPS server, just make any directory. For making directory, it's a mkdir command, and here is opt directory, and enter in opt directory. Now log in the download the source code from geeklab.com. After that we can extract the tar file from this command tar.zxvf and press enter. Extract the tar command, tar files with tar command. Here now enter in the directory. Okay, now we can run the install deb.sh for start installation. Now we can run the install-deb.sh command. Now it will extracting the packages. Now we can install it and press yes. Now after that it will ask you yes, and we can give here do you want to continue, and we can give here yes. Now you can see the downloading and setting a bind9 server. Now again it will ask for installation of some services and utilities. So here we can give do you want to continue, and we give yes again, and it will download some packages, and again it will ask a question, do you want to continue. It will download some services. You can see here MySQL Server Cores and MySQL Common, libdbd, MySQL Perl. So for it's asking for new packages, and we give the yes again. Now it's a time for MySQL Server 5.1 username password. So give the MySQL root user password. So again you can see here, so you have to give the same password here and press enter. It's configuring MySQL Core Server 5.1 and installing some utilities. Now again it will install some packages for pdns server or libpq5. So again we can give the continue yes and continue. So now again it will install some utilities and we give the yes and continue. Now here it will ask us select default word list. So we can select default is Xiaomi Finish and we can select it. And now we give the OK, and now it will ask us for a web server, and we have two options like Apache 2 and Light HTTPD. So here we can choose Apache 2 and press OK. Now we can go ahead with Apache 2 and press OK. Here it will set up a phpMyAdmin and other services. Now it's configuring phpMyAdmin and giving here yes and password. So database password I am giving 123. After giving the password, press OK. Again password 123 and press on OK button. Now we can go ahead with the same password. Now here it will ask again a confirmation of phpMyAdmin password and we can give the same password 123. So I'm giving here the example, so don't give the 123 password, give the good password so no one can guess it and no one can break your server. Now after giving the same password we can go ahead. Again it will ask for installation of a few modules of Perl. So here we give the yes and go ahead and enter. Now again it will ask installation of ProFTPD. So we can give yes and enter. So this control panel will ask if we want to install any kind of packages, it will ask you yes or no. So here is the ProFTPD configuration from inetd or standalone. So here from here we can choose the default standalone and press on OK button. So after OK, here it will ask you for installation of libarchive, zip, Perl and other packages including postfix, and we give yes button and go ahead with it. Now enter. So it will download packages from debian.org, or you can say it pronounces like org. Now it will configure a postfix server. SMTP, so it will ask a question: internet site or internet with smart host or satellite system or local only. So from here we can choose the default internet site, and we go ahead with internet site and OK. Here it will ask a domain name, which domain name you want to configure your postfix server. So we are given here a serverfather.com. You will give your any domain name for postfix configuration. Now press OK and go ahead with it. It will automatically configure your postfix server after giving us some updates, some information. Here you can see claim AV is already installed with postfix. Now courier authentications and other SSL, courier SSL is packages will install if you give yes. So here again we can press Y. Now enter. Now here it will ask configuring your courier, and we give yes and enter. So SSL certificate, and we give the OK. Here it will install a courier. Now which languages to support? So you can install languages. Here we can choose the English. There are so many languages here, you can choose from them only one or as you like, and we are go ahead with the English. Enter. Configuring mailman, and again enter. So in installation it will ask a question to you before installing any packages. So here again it will ask a Python package to installation, and we give the yes and enter button, and yes and enter. Now it will ask a PHP content for installation. So again we can yes and enter. Now again yes and enter. Configuring Roundcube core package. So by default it's yes and enter again. From here we can select MySQL and OK. Now Roundcube administrator password 123 and press on OK. MySQL confirmation password again for Roundcube. If you leave it, then it will generate a random password. It's already written here. Please provide a password for Roundcube to register with the database server. If left blank, a random password will be generated. So we can give our own, and again the password confirmation. So you can choose it from here. Okay. From here it will ask you MTL log type. So which log type we are choosing? Here already Exim is here by default. You can choose from here Qmail, Postfix, Sendmail and Exim. So from here we can choose Exim and go ahead with Exim. Okay, and web root, so www iso qlog and okay, localhost server name serverfather.com, press OK, enter, choose the language, and by default it's English and we go ahead with English. Here is the language, so many: Dutch, Danish, French, German, Italian, Norwegian, Polish, Romanian. You can choose it from here. So domain name, domain for which you want to make a report, serverfather.com. okay, from here again it will ask for language and we go ahead with configuring mailman. Yes, okay, now installing site language, English. Now our control panel is ready and you can access it. Now after that run the GNU Panel install.sh and enter. Now configuring GNU Panel and then run the GNU Panel config.sh command. Now run the GNU Panel config.sh and here is the screen. Do you want to configure GNU Panel? And we give yes. So here it will ask you a right main IP for this server and we can give the IP address and okay. Write public IP for this server, so we can give the public IP address and name server IP address. Now click on OK. So we can type our IP address here 94.244.154 and enter. Write main domain for GNU Panel, so we can write it here serverfather.com and OK and enter. OK. And now write GNU Panel administrator mail address, so mail@serverfather.com and enter. Okay. Set a name for this server. Here we can give the server father and press on OK button. Enter. Write allowed bandwidth for this server, so we can give here bandwidth 1024 MB, means 1 gigabyte. Enter. Write the allowed disk space for this server 1024 1 GB we can give here. Enter. Admin user password we can give here 123. So here again we can rewrite the password and OK. Setting GNU panel, please wait. Now our GNU panel is setting up. It's a little bit of complicated and asking so many questions. So other panel is not asking that much of questions like this GNU panel. So it will setting up. So it's not easy to set up in your server, dedicated server or a VPS server. Now here you can see the GNU panel configuration is completed. Now you can access the GNU panel from your IP address /admin/